Hey everyone, welcome to Monopoly. Quickly, let's jump into Bitcoin analysis and see what will happen to it in the near future and of course short term and mid term. As you all probably saw, we had a massive dump on Bitcoin and the whole crypto market, mostly on altcoins. They had 80% down, but Bitcoin actually held pretty good and it only had around 70% as this whole move, but as the whole dump, it was only around 14% around from this. But it was a really dark day in crypto, and we had around 20 billion supposedly liquidation, but they say that this number was way more higher because a lot of them weren't disclosed from the exchange. But yeah, they say that this number is way more higher. Now everyone wants to know that is the bull run over, or are we gonna go for higher, even for new all-time high? I have only one thing to say, and that's when we were around, um, and that's when we were here, and we had Bitcoin's first all-time high. We went down. Each time people say, "Oh, it's so over," I'm gonna write it down because every time on Twitter, everyone was saying this. It's so over, and then we went again after a new all-time high, and again this time, everyone say it's so over, but again we had double bottom, and then we went for the freaking 120k, and here again everybody say it's over, but we went again for another all-time high, and again here, and this time was more serious because we went again up around 117k, and people were like, oh, another all-time high, but we had another dump, and again here everybody will say it's so over, gonna go for the bear market, but Bitcoin went for the 126k for the all-time high, current all-time high, but then we had this massive dump, and altcoins were down 80%, a lot of them, 70%, 60%, and it was a massive bloodbath. But I think the same thing will happen here too. And so let me tell you exactly the scenarios. First of all, the most important thing here is this zone. And right now we are having a upward momentum, which is a more like a pullback, I suppose. So here is really crucial and important. What will happen here? I think if we can push through here and go for higher, the whole game changes and we can have any all-time high will be available. But if we have this kind of movement, we're gonna go for, I believe it's gonna be 198 to 100k, and I believe it's really important this zone, and we're gonna test here, and if we can keep it up here, again we can attack here once more, but if we lose, we're gonna go for lower, and 80, 70k, all these zones will all be available. But I believe the bull run is still not over, and I think in 2020 everything is possible. Like of course in 2025 we will see another all-time high. Of course it's possible, but also this scenario is possible. So everything is really on edge right now. So you should, if you are considering to enter or exit or whatever you see you want to do, you should look out for these levels. All these levels are really important, especially these ones. And I believe that if we can keep this, we can test, of course, these highs. But what if the 100k one be broken? Is it going to mean it's over? I don't think so, because if we go lower in 2026, I believe we can have some range here, and then from here we can go for much higher highs and new all-time high, and that's when the I also think this scenario is possible as well. So don't think that if we lose this area it's all over. I believe that if we lose that in 2026 you're gonna see something like this. So it would be similar to, it's gonna be similar to here. and that we had a deeper correction and then we went for the 120 level. And I think here it also can happen. But I personally think that this movement is more possible. I don't think the bull run is over, still over, but um, everything is possible. We could also see this, and we tomorrow you might wake up and see that Bitcoin is 80K. So be careful. It's risky. It's everything on edge. And even though if you want to buy here, you should do step by step. For example, if you want to buy $100, for example, you should buy 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 20 on 80K, and the rest 70. And yeah, so in conclusion, I don't think it's over. I believe that we're gonna see all-time highs sooner or later. But that's just my opinion. So do your own research and do your own thinking. And for more videos, please subscribe. Thank you.